All right, everybody, thank you for joining us for another video at the New York Auto Show, and very pleased to hear that Ford's giving some rides in the Dark Horse edition of the 2024 Ford Mustang. This thing is beautiful. When we get back, we'll maybe do a little walk around on the Grabber Blue one that we have here and such. But let's go ahead and take this for a ride. Not much intro here. This is going to be a lot of fun, and hopefully get a little glimpse of what it's like from the passenger seat.
But yeah, so obviously big change on the interior compared to what we had in the past. This is a handling pack, so this is the absolute top of the line version. What's this got that it doesn't? Bigger tires, the bigger rear wing with the gurney flap, adjustable shock tower mounts, different suspension tuning, slightly lower. So everything you'd think a handling pack might come with. This is the My Mustang page, so what happened there? So this is where you can do all the things that are fun on the car, right? So we've got our track apps. You can do auxiliary gauges in here. You can configure your custom drive mode. My color, you know, I kind of like the. I'm gonna go with the blue and white theme, I think. And you can see they change. Actually, I'm gonna flip those. We'll make this one blue and this one white. And so you can, you can tailor it to your own taste, which is kind of nice. Some other fun things in here. Actually, let's go back to the pony button. The cluster theme. This is something you can change if you like. It matches the drive mode you're in. That's how we're set right now. But we're just driving around the city streets today. You're probably going to stay in normal mode. But let's say you really like how track looks. You can pick the track mode. And even though you're in normal mode, you can have the screen from the track mode, which is kind of nice. Cool. So all the drive mode screens are in there. We've got an extra one in calm. If whatever, long day at work, you just don't want the input, you can kind of chill it out. And then probably being an 80s kid, my favorite, we have the Fox body. So if you remember the old Fox bodies, this is a copy of that cluster. It won't do it now because there's too much ambient light, but nighttime mode, it glows green just like the old ones did. Mm-hmm. So that's a bit of good fun there. Oh, cool. Yeah, so just that's a high level, all the things you can do. Let's go back to this. Let's go back one. Obviously, we have an adjustable exhaust on this. It's got a valve in the back, so we're in normal mode now. If it's, you're leaving early in the morning, you can put it on the quiet, not take off the neighbors or wake the baby. And then obviously, if at a racetrack, you can open it right up. So with that, let's go for a short ride. And it's not gonna, this is of all the places in the world you're gonna pick to run a Mustang, this is probably low on the list, but it's nice to be at the show in New York, so we're going to make the best of it. Let's see what the one feature that's kind of nice now. We have this favorites button here. You can set that to what you want. He's got it on exhaust mode, which is fine. I just want to see where Vic's been driving this car all day, and I know he likes rev match. I don't like rev match, so I'm going to turn it off. So that's the cool thing about this. You can, Mustang customers love to customize their cars, and we bring a lot of that into this system. This is a long one. I think I'm going to, there we go. Short party.
Yeah.
So this all Dark Horse manuals get this blue anodized titanium gear shift knob. It's actually a 3D printed part, which is pretty cool technology. It's kind of a nice thing. A lower volume product like this lets us do those experiments, see how it works in mass production, all that business. Oh yeah. But it's actually not solid. It's like a lattice inside, which is kind of nice because it reduces the thermal mass, so it cools down quicker when it gets hot. Warms up quicker when it's cold. Because metal knobs, that's a little bit of the problem with them. But they feel so nice to use, so it's a reasonable trade-off.
was thinking the same thing. So as you can see there, it's a fun little ride, but it was a lot of stop and go, a lot of stop. I'm not really able to see and really feel what this can do. You can kind of tell from the quick takeoffs that we had and accelerations, just the capability of this Dark Horse Edition and the exhaust and the sound. It's all there. Of course, one of the few remaining muscle cars, and this is pretty cool. So one of the things that I did learn a little bit after we got back was, you know, how they're getting that 500 horsepower out of the Dark Horse is with that dual intake. So it does have a dual intake coming in, so more air allows you to give you more horsepower and such. From one of the engineers that was there, actually, Victor, that Sarah got a chance to ride with, and he kind of explained how that all works in this video. So I'm not sure if I can get any sound to that, but at least you can get an idea of that clip of what all it's doing there. But pretty cool on how that all works. Also was able to check, because they had 4 different of the Dark Horses there for us to look at. Several of them, some had the handling package. All of them, I think, had the handling package. Some had a stripe package as well. And so you can kind of tell what that looks like. So the stripe package, if you're wanting to order one of these yourself, just to know, the stripe package is where you will see the Dark Horse and the vinyl with the black, and then the gray. That middle is going to be black. But if you go with the, and then of course your roof is going to be black, painted as well. But if you go with the painted stripe package, then it's going to look a little bit different. So here's a kind of a clip that I took of that one. So it's a thicker stripe on the sides. It won't have the Dark Horse vinyl stripe. And then the horse in the middle will be painted black with that gray on the outsides there on the hood. And then going up over on the roof, you're going to have black in the middle with that dark gray on both sides of that. And then you're going to see it also on the deck lid on the back, which is really cool. So some people are like, oh, you don't get the black painted roof. Well, you get partially black painted, because I think the painted stripe that's on there is a good give and take there for that, because that looks really cool. And that is a pretty good package, but it feels great on the vehicle. So a couple clips that I don't think we've been able to see out there anywhere. We're able to get a chance to look at those, plus the different spoilers as well. So this first one here is the spoiler that's going to be standard on that. If you don't have the handling package comes with the raised deck lid spoiler like you're seeing now in the image, where you can add the gurney flap on top of it. These didn't have the gurney flaps. They're not legal in New York, so they were in the city, so they didn't have the gurney flap on them. But you will have that can be added. But pretty cool there. And also something else that was really cool was seeing the approach welcome. We tried to get it to work for us a couple times, so hopefully you got a good clip of that. Sometimes video with lights don't always work that well on the best, but it'll come up and those lights kind of dance on there. They don't just kind of turn on, they actually go back and forth, and they kind of dance on there as you approach the vehicle, which is pretty cool. So those headlights, those signature lighting that's at the top, are very dynamic. They kind of used to welcome the person with the key fob as they approach the vehicle, and it starts working. He had to actually get almost out of the parking lot, and you had to. It starts working about 50 feet away, I think. And so that was pretty cool as well. Plus, hopefully you got to get a chance to see how you can customize so many things in the screen. And I like the fact that you can, even if you know how the screens will dictate based on what drive mode you're in, but if you want to be in the normal mode, but you want the look of the drag, you can have that on your instrument cluster, which I thought was really cool and something very special that's different than we've seen in the past. So pretty cool. So it was a fun experience. I do appreciate and want to thank Ford for allowing us to come in. And I know this was available on the first day of media, and so they tweeted that out. Luckily, Mike Levine was able to see that tweet, and they invited us over and allowed us to do that, even being a dealer. So because we are part and get media passes by New York Auto Show, they allowed us, even as a dealer, to be able to take these rides. So it was nice being able to do that. And what's really fun is the people that did the test drives. They're the engineers. They're the ones that engineer the Dark Horse Edition. they know it's capable of, and they know how to drive it and such. And it was really fun getting their take on this from them, as well as, again, got a chance to talk to the brand manager even more while we're there, and pretty cool on how that all works out. And they're going to be rolling out more of the build and price photos and images and such here in the future, so be looking for those. They did, if you want to, you can talk to your dealer. They do have a something where you can actually see the pricing and everything, and the packaging and all that works. You can see that on our website as well. We've had that up and running since about the February, when the order guide first came out. So you can check out our website and you can see that breakdown as well if you're wanting to order a Dark Horse with your local dealer. So again, it was a fun video. Hope you guys did enjoy it. Again, it'll be a lot more fun. Like I told him, I said, bring us back to Kansas, and we got some open roads here. We can really have some fun with this. But we did enjoy our time anyway, and I want to thank Ford for inviting us over to do that. Plus, we got a chance to check out the new Pro Trailer Hitch Assist, which has not been really launched in any vehicles that have been in people's hands yet. We got a chance to see it firsthand at the auto show as well that same day. So check out that video that I posted recently, and I'll link it at the end of this video as well as the walk around on our Dark Horse, if you want to check it out with the brand manager from the Chicago Auto Show. So you'll see both of those recommended videos right here when this video is over. So check those videos out as well. Other than that, make sure you stay tuned to us. McArthur is your source for news, updates, and information, including our weekly live stream where you get all the information about scheduling, production information, dealer news updates. We even talk about recalls, and even take your questions live. If you have any questions, if you have a vehicle on order, we can answer your questions as well. So be checking us out. Make sure you're subscribed. Make sure you have that notification turned on. And give me a thumbs up on this video. I really appreciate it. Until next time, don't forget to stay positive. Be kind to one another. Be kind to yourself. And we'll see you guys on the next video.